I'm an engineering student in Brussels, currently 22, and I live in a student residence that at first seemed like the perfect place to settle during my studies. It's a big building with a lot of facilities that make life easier. There's a common room where most of us hang out, and it even has this old billiard table that nobody really plays on anymore, but it gives the room a certain charm. Upstairs, they added a small gym, and downstairs there's a laundry room filled with modern washing machines and dryers. The atmosphere during the day is pretty vibrant, filled with students chatting, cooking meals in the shared kitchen spaces, or studying quietly. I've grown pretty comfortable here over the past months, even though the building sometimes feels eerie at night. Sometimes, late at night, when the rest of the building is asleep, I wander through the silent halls alone. Maybe I go to do laundry or just sit for a while in the common room. The building creaks, probably just the structure settling or old plumbing pipes moving, but in such a large space, those sounds echo ominously in the empty corridors. I'm not exactly superstitious or easily scared, but alone in the dark hallways, it's impossible not to feel a little uneasy. I convinced myself that it was just my imagination playing tricks after a tiring day full of classes and group work. One night, after an exhausting day packed with labs and presentations, I realized I was out of clean clothes. Even though I wanted to wait for daylight, I had no choice but to head down to the basement laundry at around midnight. The elevator ride down was uneventful, but as soon as I stepped out onto the basement floor, something felt off. It was the usual darkness I'd seen before, but now it seemed heavier, thicker somehow, like the air itself was denser. I shrugged off the sensation and walked to an available washing machine. The corridor leading to the laundry had several doors on either side, including the one to the boiler room, always humming quietly with the familiar mechanical drone. I loaded my clothes, added detergent, and closed the machine door. The metal door slammed shut, echoing loudly down the narrow corridor. The machine waits 5 seconds before starting, a built-in pause to let you add any forgotten items. During those few seconds of silence, I caught a sharp creak. It was a door opening. The boiler room door, I realized, standing slightly ajar. From inside the dark recess of the corridor, faint footsteps seemed to shuffle softly. Then a strange metallic tapping came from behind an old, dusty cabinet tucked into a shadowed corner. It was as if someone or something was trying to get my attention, faint but deliberate. Nervous, I looked along the corridor but saw no one, only the darkness swallowing the end of the hall, and my heartbeat quickened. The tapping stopped suddenly, the moment the washing machine roared to life, drowning all other sounds. I quickly gathered some courage, grabbed my bag, and bolted up the stairs, not even daring to collect my clothes afterward. I left the laundry room behind, deciding I'd get my things in the safety of daylight. I spent the next day trying to rationalize what happened. Probably I was just overtired, my mind filling gaps with imagination. The creaks and tapping could be something mechanical or animals making noises in the disused basement rooms. I even told some friends about it, hoping their casual dismissals would calm me down. But a week later, something else happened that shook the whole building. That morning, police officers were seen entering the residence and inspecting the basements and cellars. Rumors spread quickly. Someone had been attacked in the basement laundry during the night and was badly hurt. Apparently, he managed to escape, but barely. The whole building entered a tense mood, students walking around whispering about what could have happened. I heard from one of the officers that there were traces of blood smeared in the elevator and smeared on the floor near the main entrance hall. No one knows exactly who was attacked or why, but the idea that something dangerous had been lurking in the basement was terrifying. People started avoiding the laundry room and the basement entirely after dark, and the building management promised better security measures. For weeks, I couldn't shake the feeling that my strange encounter that night wasn't just fatigue or imagination. Something had been there, lurking in the shadows, waiting for someone foolish enough to stay. Now, months later, everything feels almost back to normal. But sometimes when I sit in the common room late at night and glance toward the basement door, I remember the tapping, the half-open boiler room door, and those footsteps echoing in the dark. I haven't been down to the laundry since that night, and I doubt I ever will again. The police never officially announced what happened to the attacked person, and the mystery remains. But yesterday, as I was leaving the building, I noticed a faint metallic tapping coming from the basement door, the exact same sound, echoing in the quiet evening air. I froze, heart pounding, then told myself it was nothing. But deep down, I think whatever is in that basement is still there, still waiting.